Every Sunday night, hit that link. We're live in the chat, side by side, past, present, future collide. Hey! From Hulkamania, running wild through the screen, to dusty floors and broken rings in my dreams. Dusty roads and the polka dots heart on his sleeve. The American dream taught a nerd to believe. Then the glass shatters, I'm out of my chair. Stone Cold says I just whipped your ass, I'm there. Do you smell what the rock is cooking in the air? Whole timeline tangled in the cables and glare. This is the Wrestling with Nerds podcast. WWE in our veins, talking back to the past. Hustle, loyalty, respect in the chat. Tonight we slam that subscribe. Let the tapes ignite. The Wrestling with Nerds podcast. From the legends to the ones who ain't crowned yet. Turn it up, feel the canvas shake. Every Sunday live, we stay wide awake. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. From dusty tapes, VHS on the floor, to the American nightmare kicking down the door. Neck bare, booking wild in a message board red, arguing finishes my heroes never had. Screens glow bright like the Titantron light. We fantasy book every card, every fight. WWE from the cradle to the casket match. Hit live and watch the whole world crash. We chant through the glitches, we pop for the swerves. We're the marks and the critics every botch deserves. This is the Wrestling with Nerds podcast. WWE in our veins, talking back to the past. Hustle, loyalty, respect in the chat. Tonight we slam that subscribe. Let the tapes ignite. The Wrestling with Nerds podcast. From the legends to the ones who ain't crowned yet. Turn it up, feel the canvas shake. Every Sunday live, we stay wide awake. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hulkamania in my childhood room. Do you smell that heat? It's about to boom. Stone Cold stomp in my hallway shoes. I'm still that kid with the pay-per-view blues. The American nightmare on the road ahead. Dusty's ghost smiling at the words we said. Past, present, future in a chair that creaks. Hit go live and let the ring rope speak. This is the Wrestling with Nerds podcast. WWE in our veins, talking back to the past. Hustle, loyalty, respect in the chat. Tonight we slam that subscribe. Let the tapes ignite. The Wrestling with Nerds podcast. From the legends to the ones who ain't crowned yet. Turn it up, feel the canvas shake. Every Sunday live, we stay wide awake. Every Sunday night, every chant, every word, past, present, future collide. On the Wrestling with Nerds, present, future collide.
This honky tonk man, greatest intercontinental champion of all time, and you're watching Wrestling with Nerds podcast. Yes, that's my favorite. Shake, rattle, and roll.
What's going on, wrestling nerds, and welcome to this week's episode of the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast that also brings you the Wrestling with Nerds podcast. There's a reason why I said it like that. Mike happened to, I don't want to say stumble by, they were posted, a bunch of characters that my wife kind of put together that through the next probably week or so, we're going to post them because they are absolutely hilarious. So huge shout out to my wife with that. Mike kind of opened up his Discord for the wrestling stuff as well, to also allow us to share the episodes there as well. What's up, everybody? Welcome. Don't. I mean, disregard the sunburn. Not as shiny as it normally is. Nothing, Ryan?
We're
Seriously?
well aware. I made fun of it earlier. I'll go back to it again there, redhead.
Oh, you mean probably when Susie joins us for the
It's
House of the
it's
Dragon
easier
episode?
it's easier to make fun of you when she's here because it's just like a handicap match.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, I think it's still a handicap match. It's more like a fatal 3-on-1 way.
I don't know, drag.
True.
Phrasing.
It's pretty funny with me and her though. No, I'm good. It's been a while. We've been all busy.
Yes, we have.
It's the summertime. Things happen.
But it
we got a
allows
lot
us to get stuff
I worked
stocked
this
up.
out. It's 17 letters, 6 words. It's so good to be back.
Wow, look at that. Just a round of applause for TJ.
He can count that high.
I had to use my toes.
Actually, he only can count to 30, and it's only because of the Royal Rumble.
Hey, what about the greatest Royal Rumble? There was 50 for that one. I had to get many more fingers and toes.
You just repeated.
Well, I
This
mean,
guy
I
only
probably
knows
lost,
that.
honestly, probably lost count after Titus,
Slipped under the ring.
Whoop,
It's true.
Uh-huh.
Needed that Chris
Whoopsie.
Berman whoop.
Whoop!
it would have fit, for old Slater Gator.
Well,
It
before
would've.
we get into all this stuff, I know we had our Susie and myself had our Kineticon episode. It would be a huge disservice to not mention the Cosplay Championship Wrestling that was there. I don't know any Dragon Ball characters. I've never seen Dragon Ball Z, but this bald dude beat the crap out of Robin.
Krillin?
There you go. He's a short, bald guy.
Short bald guy, 6 little dots in his head?
Yes.
That's Krillin.
Oh, well, he beat the crap out of Robin.
God, you're such a nerd.
You guys have that.
I do have the anime figures behind me.
And he also scared me because he went to go do I think it's called Overcastle, where you basically do the front flip and grab the guy's neck and you both land on each other's back, but you did a flip and grabbed his neck. I didn't think he rotated enough when it happened, and I thought he spiked himself into the mat.
You mean like the English gymnast
I didn't see
Oh.
that video.
He
from
died.
yesterday? No, he didn't.
I know, but he looked like he died in the moment.
He was released from the hospital later that day, walking on his own 2 feet.
He did the uneven bars, and he got up to like the top part, and no longer had hold of the bars and went.
Just think if the Undertaker was there, it would have been like a tombstone straight into the mat
Yeah.
from the top bar. Like that
Hmm.
needs to be a meme. Somebody needs to do that.
Somebody needs to
We
meme
need the Undertaker tombstone.
it. To meme.
Give me a little bit. I'll figure it out.
You guys
um,
had that, and we
So
had an
little known fact, I was at a Minneapolis con thing, trading cards, anime, but I missed Otis, and apparently he was there, and I'm quite bummed.
You missed your long lost twin brother. Otis.
Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Thank you. I was going to say it too.
So you guys had all
But-
that, and we had at Chicagoland just straight up wrestling in the ring outside in the
Oh
fan
yeah,
service.
you did
Yes,
have
we
wrestling
did.
outside. You did
Yes,
have an
we
indie
did.
show.
Because
did-
little known fact, this guy is where SummerSlam's about to be 2 weeks ago.
Was there
Yes,
a
When
lot of
SummerSlam gets here.
was
Hey,
there a
TJ.
lot of like on the road, like on the
In the
streets,
Mall
like,
of America, there was a stage setup, I think, for SummerSlam
Access.
stuff.
I would imagine that's where the world and everything's gonna be.
Yeah.
Because like when they did it for SummerSlam last year, it was in the American Dream Mall for the autograph session and all that kind of stuff. Which that's a great mall. It's the best
Mall of
ball.
America's huge, but
Best ball in the
huge.
world.
So,
I walked
TJ,
it.
I know
I
you're
walked
talking
it.
about your son's bowling tournament. Number one, how did he do? Number two, how does it feel to have your own pop figure?
Yeah, that you need to share that one out too. That one's hilarious. So we
Hi.
didn't finish last.
No.
Out of 237 bowlers, we did not finish last.
Oh, I thought you said he did finish last.
No, we didn't. That's
Okay.
not to say we weren't in the bottom 10. But I knew we were in trouble when we showed up for the first practice session. And Richard has one bowling ball, right? 12-year-old has one bowling ball.
Oh no, there's
The
three.
rest of the 12-year-olds had 9-ish bowling balls.
Okay.
I own 5, and 2 of them are retired in boxes. They had 9. You can only use 5 for the tournament. They had 9. They had to select their 5 balls from their 9 for the tournament. Yeah, these kids live in a bowling alley. I'm convinced.
This is where youth sports taking the future.
This is where the
my
guru
God.
chimes in and says, "Nerds."
Why do I picture somebody laying out all 9 bowling balls and doing the speech from Remember the Titans? We will be perfect.
It'll be
God.
perfect at every aspect of the game. You drop the ball, you run a mile. You miss a tackle, you run a mile.
I can picture that too. But
Yeah, it was another world,
we
to
have
the least.
a lot to talk about and not a lot of time.
You give up a touchdown, I will break my boot off in your hind parts.
I think you left the John Brown part out of that.
I didn't know whether that was.
But
you want to get
yes.
canceled?
Mr.
I mean,
Mr.
it's a
Guru,
historical thing. It's a true story. Like, what?
Mr. Guru,
Yes, sir.
where do you want to start? The show is yours. Pray for me.
The fuck? Jesus.
No, definitely not
Uh,
enough hair. Definitely does not have enough hair to be Jesus.
So before we get started with the other stuff that we've missed out on in the last month or so, God, my screen is really bright and I didn't mean for it. We're gonna run through what's so far laid out for the SummerSlam match card. So far there's been 12 matches announced for SummerSlam. We were told we were gonna get 12 to 14, so we're probably there now.
Yep.
I don't think we're gonna get much added to the card. The nights have not been announced yet. I would imagine tomorrow night and Friday night they will announce which ones will be on which nights. Hopefully tomorrow night, because it makes it really hard for the pick'em if they do it on Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
So
Hey, who's leading that, by the way?
I think it's you for now. I give you the benefit of the doubt. You have it so early. So far
I will
we've
have you
had-
know
we've
I
seen
was
this
a
before.
2nd or 3rd place runner all last season.
We've seen you lead before for a while and then just poof.
Yes,
Typically when I forget a Saturday night main event.
which we're not doing this year, so you can't miss them. So we have Liv Morgan defending her World Heavyweight title against Io Sky. Oba Femi versus Brock Lesnar in Hell in a Cell. Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins in a singles match for the World Heavyweight title. Penta versus Chad Gable for the Intercontinental title. CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes for the WWE title. LA Knight, Solo Sikoa, and Royce Keys versus the Bloodline in a 6-man tag.
Yeah.
Tiffany Stratton, Jade Cargill, Chelsea Green, Charlotte Flair, Julia, and it's Tiffany Stratton, Jade Cargill, Chelsea Green, Charlotte Flair. And then it's either going to be Julia or Lash Legend. We're going to find that out on Friday.
I'd put money on Lash.
And that will be the 5-way ladder match to determine the new interim WWE Women's Champion as
How do they do
Rhea.
interim? When Rhea comes back, does she get a title match to figure out who the actual?
It's exactly
Rhea-
what they said on the show, AJ.
When
I missed it.
when Rhea comes back, Rhea is still the WWE Women's Champion. Then they will have a match, and there will be one Women's Champion. They do the same thing in UFC. There's an interim world champion and a world champion. When the world champion's back, they have a fight.
Ding,
They
ding,
crown a world
ding.
champion.
Just think of the John Cena CM Punk Rey Mysterio 2011.
That's a good one. Except for the fact that Ray only held the title for like 20 minutes, if
Yep.
that. I think he won it at the beginning of Raw and lost it at the end of Raw.
Yep.
And then we heard Cult of Personality for the first time.
Yep.
It's because
Yeah, that was the first time.
nobody knew who was coming out.
No, they did not.
This is probably one of the most highly anticipated matches to at least I know two of us. Gunther versus Nick Aldis in a singles match.
I hope this is the start of his singles run,
But
but I don't like the
whether it's-
wording that was used during SmackDown.
Whether it is or it isn't, he's now in my GM mode for franchise on WWE, and he's already feuding with Gunther and legitimately in that one totally by random. This is probably the one that Mike is looking forward to the most. The winner will keep the $100,000 money that Danhausen stole from the Judgment Day. It is Danhausen versus Dominic Mysterio.
That's a lot of human monies.
There's a lot of human monies.
He had, if you figure he's got the Dom stole the 100,000 from him, right? Dom has
Yes.
the 100,000, so that's why he could only offer Punk $300 at Comic-Con for the WWE Championship.
Yep.
He doesn't have all of his. I bet if he had
Can I also-
100,000, Punk would have took it.
Can I also just say thank you, Danhausen, for uncursing the Knicks? My guy. Thank
That's
you.
how long
have-
it's been.
You have
That's
not
how
been here that
long.
long.
That's how long it's been since TJ's been on the show.
It has been. That's a long time.
Listen.
Number 10.
I was busy
really-
watching some basketball for the first time it mattered.
I really, really hope that this goes one way just to make it more funnier than it's been for the last 18 days, 19 days, whatever it's been. Sami Zayn versus Finn Balor to determine the number one contender for the undisputed WWE Championship. I hope so badly that Finn beats Sami just to keep it going. That's the upper management's just shitting on Sami. This is wrong. This is horrible. No, this is hilarious. The
What happened
11th
last
match.
time he was a conspiracy theorist?
The 11th match announced was on Friday night on SmackDown. The Bella Twins and Paige versus Fatal Influence, JC Jane, Laney Reed, and Fallon Henley, who are the new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions after Saturday night's main event. I love Fatal Influence. You guys know I've loved them since within NXT.
Yeah.
With this version, I think all three of them are really, really good in the ring. And when they get to the point where they're going to start fighting each other, they're going to be even better.
Mike,
And then
hype level on when the Bella Twins turn on Paige and AJ returns to Sabre that night?
Either post match or the Monday after.
We hype for it? We liking it?
We'll find
wow.
out.
What if it's Bailey that comes to Paige's rescue?
That would no. I want AJ.
I think there's a shot. I don't know.
Besides, I'm not all too positive Bailey doesn't show up on that other show.
Yeah, I don't know how much to believe or how much is
That's
work or
the-
shoot.
That's the best thing about today's what Hunter and them have done with this business is you don't know what to read into and what not to read into.
But
Yep.
usually, if a talent doesn't re-sign within a certain amount of days, they usually just keep him off TV. So
He's getting pulled off SummerSlam post.
I'm just saying it was awfully convenient towards the end of Unreal. AJ had words about coming back.
No, Bailey's getting pulled off posters at SummerSlam. I saw that this past week.
Yeah, but that's happened before, and the person shows back up very quickly. It's all part of it's the new way to keep some sort of kayfabe. Is yes, you have to pull them off of licensed products and all that kind of stuff to make everybody think that they're gone.
yeah,
Meanwhile, it's not like the other company can say no, she's not even coming to us. So
I mean, and let's be honest, if she does leave, she can go do what Ryan's always said: go and learn a new hold, go learn a new thing, do something different. Because
I think
Bailey has been.
I think she wrestles Mercedes and then calls it.
Right, either way. And then the 12th and final match was announced after SmackDown went off the air on Friday. Trick Williams will defend the United States Championship, which is now Mike's new favorite United States Championship with all the white fur all over it. Will defend it against Baron Corbin.
Woohoo!
I mean, I was following what Bishop Dyer was doing on MWL and some indie stuff. If it's that version, if this new version of Baron Corbin is like that version, I'm game for it.
Baron Corbin wasn't even on my radar.
Does
I
he
think he's on
win
anybody's.
well, he was on a lot of people's radar, don't you remember? He was supposed to be Danhausen's monster. So what Mr. FDM said and Alvarez, they both said it. Oh, he's going to be Danhausen's monster. Well, they were wrong, but again, they probably said WWE saw what we were reporting and changed their minds on that.
Yeah, well, that's what they always
We
say.
still don't know who the monster is.
Maybe
But-
we'll find out Saturday.
Big Trick versus Baron Corbin. Should be a really good match between the two of them. I know we all want that Trick Carmelo match to happen again.
Oh, or about time to happen.
So, I actually like the card. The only thing I would like to see happen this week, some tweaking of some things. There's really no stipulations to any matches, except for Danhausen and Dominic being for the money, but it's still a singles match. The ladder match is the ladder match, but other than that,
Yeah, but
Hell in a Cell. Hell in a Cell.
I mean, Hell in a Cell, but
I think
What are they
I think
gonna
Hell in the
do?
Cell
It's
might
also
start
going to be
show.
it's a Brock Hell in a Cell.
It's probably going to be two. I would see if Romans and Rollins have that segment tomorrow, it's probably going to be a Bloodline Rules match.
I don't need to see a Bloodline Rules match with them because the other ones are busy that night. So hopefully they're on the same card at the same time, so that they would be busy. But just give me no DQ Roman and Seth. I don't know if I need a stipulation for Cody and Punk. I think I want that one I would want
First
that one
Blood.
to be straight up. I don't think the WWE likes to advertise the blood use. When it happens, it happens. Unless you're CM Punk. Well, I love the segment from Unreal, which we'll get into, where Punk looks at him and says, "Leave me the hell alone." They're like, "Wipe him off if you get a chance." He's like, "Leave me the hell alone. Red equals money."
I mean, my favorite thing from Unreal is you pieces of shit.
But like, I could just see a little bit of just something. Those two maybe the Roman and Seth match is the only one that really needs a tweak. I would like to see Gunther and Aldis to have some sort of
Okay,
let them fight kind of thing.
Since you brought it up, the wording from SmackDown was, "This is temporary. You are no longer a GM until this match is over." I hated that line because I really want Magnus, or call him Nick Aldis, I don't care. He's 39 years old, and he said he wants to get back in the ring, and said maybe not at a full time, but at least at some sort of. And I like Nick Aldis in TNA. You and I have gone back and watched a couple of those matches. He's phenomenal. Him and Cody at All In, All Out.
The first all out. Was it All Out first?
That was a great match for the NWA title.
Their rematch was was as good. Yeah, Aldis can still go, and I think he's gonna prove that. But I think this is his showcase for him to show that he can still go.
Mm-hmm.
I really
And
hope.
don't forget, it has to make sense. Like, we can't just want it, but okay, yeah, we want it, but what are you doing with it?
So let Aldis win this
next?
match. Gunther gets pissed.
Aldis could definitely go straight into a story with Sammy.
You can, yeah.
I could honestly see this working out where maybe not him and Sammy, but maybe Adam and Sammy, and then you get the Summer or Survivor Series, and you have a tag match where you have Gunther and Sammy on one side and Adam and Nick on the other side.
Yeah, well, Adam has
I-
come out and said he's done.
He is done. I did like his facial expressions on Friday night when Gunther mentioned that Aldis was an NWA champion. It's not exactly a WWE champion, but who knows? Maybe one day, kid. And
Because Pierce
and
is also.
and Pierce is rolling his eyes. Pierce was the longest reigning NWA World Champion before who? Nick Aldis became the longest running NWA champion in the world. So these are the two longest reigning NWA World Champions in the last 30 years, and Gunther's shitting on both of them.
Like I said, I really hope if they're going to give Gunther all his accolades, that they come across and say former NWA longest champion, and then also with the partnership with TNA, former TNA world champion. And for the promo for this, I would love for them to use.
I would say you're probably going to get a Nick Aldis promo type Punk like WrestleMania entrance. Not to mention, don't forget the WWE has a working relationship with the NWA.
And obviously TNA.
Natty just wrestled there on Saturday in Philadelphia for the NWA 78 pay-per-view.
And not just the promo, like the actual video package. Even do it tomorrow or do it on Friday. Give all this it doesn't have to be a video package, because all WWE talent know, and if we know about WWE lifers, they don't watch anything else.
The one thing that would be a nice touch to that, if they kind of do a blend of it, remember when Cody was doing his walk to the ring from the bus, and he would walk to past people like Arn Anderson, the one that at SummerSlam in Cleveland, or Brandy. It would kind of be cool if they do the same thing with Aldis, and he walks up and it's Mickey. Because then WWE lifers are going to be like, oh, what? That don't know, he's married to Mickey James. So you have Mickey and their son standing there before he goes to the ring. One, it'll make fans remember, oh yeah, he's married to Mickey. Two, it'll give that feel like he knows he's going to war and doesn't know if he's coming back or not. And then it'll be a really nice touch if when this is all over with and they say, all right, you're the GM again, and he goes, I ain't done. And then we get the Mac Militant. Teddy Long back as the GM.
You could do it as when Triple H was in the Authority and Triple H wrestled it for those many WrestleManias.
I think it's different. Triple H was a heel. Nick, while
Aldis
he could be.
Yeah, Aldis can be a very vicious heel.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I kind of feel
I don't think he'd start out with it.
Where it's him and Gunther. I honestly thought in my head it would have been a nice, knowing that they were headed to Gunther and Aldis, but at Saturday night's main event, it would have been a really cool thing if he would have ended up costing Cody and Punk the match instead of Gunther, and then you find out him and Gunther are together with the whole European type influence and all that kind of stuff.
We tried that already. It wasn't
great. They have tried that once and it wasn't great, but it wasn't Nick Aldis, Gunther, and Drew McIntyre. That would have been a really cool European stable, in my opinion.
Especially too, if you're also kind of you have the authority role, even if he is the GM.
He is the GM. But
WWTV with wrestlers against the authority has always been money.
Yeah, that's what I said.
But you need the right players in play.
I mean, whether it's Stone Cold, whether it's Roman, whether it's Daniel Bryan.
It's money.
I don't know. I don't know about the Roman one.
Roman versus Triple H was a main event at WrestleMania.
Didn't mean it was good.
Sucker and Succotash.
Pretty damn good.
The Suffer and Succotash.
I mean, that was a Royal Rumble. Triple H wins, gets the title, tosses Dean Ambrose.
Oh, see, I was thinking about Roman and Rock and how that place just erupted in booze.
I mean, you
Well, that was also the moment. You had somebody with a large story that was.
Like people were pissed when he tossed Rusev out.
The only thing missing from this card that I'm looking at also that probably would be nice to touch is there is no tag team title match. I mean, the U.S. women's U.S. title, the U.S. champion is in the ladder match. The IC title is being defended on
Raw.
Monday night. It's Soul versus Raquel.
Mm-hmm.
So and then the Vision are facing Alpha Academy, but that's not for the tag titles. That's payback for Otis for getting slapped by Maxine.
So what match?
And then the other tag team is. There's isn't Priest in a singles match or something?
No, Priest is doing double duty now. He's in SmackDown and he's in AAA, and he's
Yeah.
in the qualifying matches for the Latin American Championship.
And did you hear the Do you guys remember the conversation he had with Cody?
The conversation on
Sick of the
Friday
same.
was very, very eye-opening, and it makes me feel like a changing of the guard, like the changing of the mentality of booking is looking to change.
Yeah.
But also let's not forget that Cody made mention that him and Punk might be coming for those tag titles.
His girlfriend's gonna be leaving AAA, as we saw last night.
Yeah, she lost the mixed tag team titles. Her and the stupid lizard guy who lost their tag titles.
Who's the Iguana?
Yeah, whatever.
What match on this card has the biggest standout to you for the best?
Seth and Roman.
If you let Seth and Roman just do their own match, Seth and Roman are gonna kill it.
Yep.
Not taking anything away from the ability of Punk and Cody, but there's so much pent up frustration between the two of them and aggression and both wanting to one up themselves more than the other that I could see Roman and Seth going a solid 40.
And this could be Seth's final big shot.
Dark horse. Dark horse of the night.
I think Roman has to win.
I think Seth sticks around. I don't think Seth's going anywhere. He's just making it seem like they're both getting old. They're playing the old factor, since that's what the internet was all talking about, how they're all old. But
I hope we get the promos right back to the chair shot in the Shield for this.
Hogan and Flair and all them guys were in the pinnacle of the mid-90s era where everything was booming. They were older than what these guys are now. So I don't listen to the whole age thing when people start complaining. Sleeper is going to be Gunther and Aldis. For sure.
Yeah, I'll
I think
agree
that's
to
going
that.
to be the sleeper.
Yeah.
I think part of that is most of the WWE audience doesn't know Aldis' background.
That's why I think if they make that video package.
I mean, honestly, though, if you look at the card, all of the singles matches have a chance to be barn burners.
I think the ladder match too is going to be great.
I was going to say, what's your best women's match on that card? I think it's you think it's ladder
Io,
match.
Io and Liv could be just. I mean, their Queen of the Ring match wasn't terrible.
No.
So I mean, that's there. I feel like
Io's going to win though because Liv's cursed, and maybe they're finally do this Judgment Day turn and all that crap.
I don't think you're getting any Judgment Day turning thing happening yet. They're going to get away from Danhausen before there's a turn. It doesn't make any sense to be cursed and get the turn. I don't think we need to see Io as the women's world champion though. So I think Liv wins the match one way or another. Oba and Brock. I mean, we're probably gonna, because it is Hell in a Cell. We're probably gonna get 20 minutes out of that.
You're probably gonna get blood too.
Brock in Hell in a Cell. His matches are pretty vicious.
Yeah,
him and the Undertaker at, I think it was No Mercy in like 02. Probably one of the best. I think it was No Mercy. I'll double check. Or Vengeance. One of those two. One month it was a biker chain match. Then the next month it was a Hell in a Cell. I can't remember what the show was.
Isn't
Sorry,
he-
I am the guru, but I am getting old.
Isn't he undefeated in Hell in a Cell matches? Isn't that what they gave us in a
Yes.
promo too?
Yes. But him and the Undertaker's Hell in a Cell match, Taker's got a cast on his hand. It's probably one of the best Hell in a Cell matches ever. It's definitely in the top 5. Roman and Seth will kill it. Penta and Gable, we gotta remember, you're in Minnesota. You're in Chad Gable's hometown,
Oh, he's
and
losing.
everything that he's gone through this week, this year with the whole mask and everything. Penta's gonna be the favorite that's getting booed when it comes to him and Gable, and God forsake Gable's AI dad song. But we're probably gonna hear it at the beginning of the match and hear it at the end of the match. I so surely think that Chad Gable wins the IC title on Saturday or Sunday.
So does that mean Tiffany Stratton's gonna win too because it's her hometown?
No, you can only have one hometown guy, one town person win at a time.
We'll get
The
there.
the only thing, we'll get there because we'll go to the next. Cody and Punk, you know that's gonna get personal. You saw it on Friday night. Do I see any cheap shots? Do I see any things of that nature? Probably not. Although some Cody heel tendencies would be nice. Just saying.
If he leans into it like he did with Randy, it could be fun.
The 6-man tag, as much as I want LA Knight, Solo Sikoa, and Royce Keys to go over, I feel like the Bloodline will win that match. And I
Do we
really,
get Zilla Fatu?
And I really, really, really like heel or face Solo. I think he is hilarious.
So does Solo become the Shield then for Seth?
I don't know.
Do we get
But
Zilla Fatu?
It's rumored that he signed, but no confirmation.
Yeah.
Been working out at the Performance Center.
I mean, you could. Him and Jacob are so. I think him and Jacob are actually brothers. I think that's how that is. They're also not related, but related and everything. The women's ladder match. The only thing that I would say about the Tiffany thing is because it was mentioned last Friday, and then it was mentioned again on a stream. If she defends the U.S. title on Friday night and loses it to JC Jane, which has been the rumor, I could see her becoming the interim women's champion.
I can too, but I'm still hoping for Chelsea to get one.
I think everybody's hoping for Chelsea.
That's why Chelsea won't win.
I would hope, but
because
she's gonna get pushed
it's
off.
the LA thing.
But it's the Brian Kendrick thing, so to speak.
She's gonna get pushed off the ladder and through like 5,000 tables.
She wins the WWE Women's Championship, but it's the interim WWE Women's Championship, not the legit Women's Championship.
I would like to point out, how did Zack Ryder win one of his major championships?
So does it count as an actual title reign if you're the interim champion?
Do they actually count it?
It'll be interesting to see how WWE. Remember, WWE makes their own rules, so it depends on how WWE wants to look at it.
Because what, Cardona held that for a night?
They also made mention of the said flip off the table between her and Tiffany in the back on Friday night. Because Tiffany said, remember when we had the ladder match in NXT? It worked out pretty well for me. I think you went flipping. And
Same
Chelsea's
thing with
like,
Money in the Bank.
Chelsea's like, well, no, they had a match for the North American Women's Championship in NXT. And that was the first time Chelsea did the flip off the ladder through the table spot on WWE TV. She's done it before. She did it on TNA and she did it in Underground. And Chelsea was like, yeah, I'd like to not remember that one. Thank you very much. And then they moved on from it real quick. Aldis and Gunther, you're just going to get a good old, they're going to beat the hell out of each other.
That's going to be a good wrestling match.
Hopefully, like this kind of an order, I would like to see the Gunther Aldis match. And then right after that, you get your comic relief from Danhausen and Dom. keeping in mind, Dom did just turn his back on his partner in AAA, so
He did.
and they're gonna want to heavily push Triple Mania because that'll be the next pay-per-view thing after SummerSlam.
Yeah.
So, and then Sammy and Finn, I don't think they've ever faced each other on TV, have they?
That's a you question, pal.
I don't
I don't
ever
think so.
remember if they did. It was
Write this
only like a
down.
one
Remember
time.
it. Stump the Guru question.
So it'll
Daniel
be
Bryan.
interesting. Shut up. Speaking of Daniel Bryan, the Bella Twins and Paige against Fatal Influence. If this goes the way I think it'll go, Fatal Influence will beat them. I think
Paige takes the pin.
that's the right move is to put Fatal Influence over. I think it would be if you're gonna have the Bellas turn on Paige, I feel like one of them have to take the pin. And like Paige not be able to break it up or something.
So
Something
Brie.
of that nature. And then Trick and Corbin, I mean, we don't know what to expect out of this Baron Corbin. Trick Williams is the hottest thing on SmackDown, in my opinion. I mean, he's only destined to hold this U.S. title for a short time before he's on in the main level again already. He's there.
Him and Oba got rockets strapped to their asses because, well, they deserve it.
Well, I think they did some editing to a lot of what Oba was doing because he doesn't have a title shot now. They've edited that now where he's forfeited that title shot for the match against Brock. But that also now leaves it open for him to win the Royal Rumble. So we shall see. But this SummerSlam card is stacked. Like if this was a WrestleMania card, I'd be 100% happy with it.
I feel like it's been a good summer for wrestling.
That's the rumor.
Yeah, somebody
that
started watching again.
That's the rumor that they said they wanted SummerSlam to be a little bit bigger than Mania this year.
Well, I figure. Well, last year's was bigger. I mean, MetLife show was both nights was huge compared to WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And you figure next year they're gonna want SummerSlam to be the same, if not bigger, because
They're in
it's
Saudi.
gonna be in the States and they're in Saudi for Mania.
Yep.
We did get word that NXT and AAA will both hold events the weekend of WrestleMania in New York.
Yep.
And then there will be a huge watch party in the theater at MSG.
That
Yep.
does not hold a lot of people.
I think it holds like 5,000, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's not very big. I remember seeing
And
it
then
at WrestleMania
immediately
10.
following those reports, everybody came out. This is just the WWE trying to spite AEW.
Well, I've also heard that the ones that are in the arena for the shows will stay in the arena to watch the shows. There's like a separate ticket. If you want to go watch the viewing party at the theater, it's a separate ticket than if you went to the shows. So I could see them dropping the video boards on the ring and being able to watch it type deal.
That's SummerSlam.
We get a new season of Unreal.
So far,
solid.
3
Wish it was
episodes
more than
in.
5 episodes.
Yeah, that's the 5 episodes. It was okay. It was solid.
I love this show.
I saw a lot of reports of people talking about, is it legit? Is it fake?
Half and half.
Come on now. It is a reality TV show.
Eh,
Find
yeah,
me a
scripted.
reality TV show
That's not scripted.
that's not scripted. that
Okay.
doesn't have set up moments for you.
Mm-hmm.
Here's my take on this show. The stuff where people are going to the ring, the stuff where the people are coming from the ring in Gorilla. All that shit is obviously real. It's in the moment. But where you could see a little the strings are played is the boardroom stuff. Obviously that can be set up. But I still think that it's mostly real footage that they then have person watch their real footage and add commentary to it. Maybe try to skew your opinion of that moment.
I think any of the moments where you see the guys doing something ringside and they're mic'd and it's picked up, that's the legitimate stuff. Like Punk saying, I'm going to miss you to the Cena.
Yeah, but we saw
That
that when it
stuff-
happened, and we all noticed it when it happened.
The elimination
Um,
chamber door being stuck shut.
That
I didn't even know.
parts are the fun parts. I wish we had more of the boardroom conversation
Yeah.
of like the legitimate boardroom conversations.
And people are
'Cause they
thinking
make-
that's the part that's
Because
fabricated.
but it makes sense. I mean, think about this. It's Triple H. He knows what the fans are talking about. He understands that the internet community is going to run their mouths and bash everything that they're going to do. Because I see that the point that they keep pointing out, the reason it's fake is because they decided to move from Braun Breaker for the Royal Rumble because they didn't want the feeling of him being shoved down everybody's throat.
Yep.
He was also hurt.
Who he wasn't hurt before that segment, but who has been shoved down our throats since Hunter took over?
Cody.
Not even Cody. Cody's been in the title picture, but he's not been shoved down our throats. He's the face of the face of the show. He is the guy that's
He's
on the
QB1.
He is the guy that goes and does the press, like he told Punk. I'm the one that goes to do press because I'm the one that's corporate enough to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, he's on the B show, for God's sakes. He's on SmackDown. If they wanted to shove him down our throats, he would be on Monday night every single week, or on both shows for that matter.
Yeah.
So they're not John Cena shoving Cody Rhodes down our throat like they did with Cena. It's not even close to that. So when they said that about
Or
Braun
early in
Triple
Roman's
H is
run.
like, we don't want to getting too shoved down people's throat. He's thinking about what everybody is bitching and complaining about over the last 20 years, 30 years, and he's trying to make that adjustment.
Well, there's the
Keep
thing
in
about
mind, he's also got to answer to the ones above him who have no idea how to book wrestling.
well, there's the Oba effect too, based on what we talked about when you guys mentioned that he forfeited his title thing now, because that's people probably were.
And
about
for
that.
a hot minute there with the Oba Open Challenge, it felt like he was getting shoved down our throat.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing with Oba. It's like, okay, should he have lost a Brock match too? Probably not. You probably could have let him go on a summer tour of Reckoning and then get to SummerSlam and have this be where Brock makes a return to take like Oba's Open Challenge at SummerSlam, and Brock is the one that shows up.
Yeah, but if it kept going, I don't know if everybody's still as hyped for Oba.
Well, I mean, you could have played that up a little bit differently if you wanted to, but to have Brock come in and beat him second match in, although I loved it because I love Brock Lesnar. Did you kill the Oba character? No, it's still pretty hot. But if Brock is the only guy that can do anything to him and it took 7 F5s, when do you say win and we finally beat Oba? What happens to all the momentum in the world that you've shoved up this guy's ass? I mean, you've literally sent him to the moon already once. You're going to keep sending him to the moon. Eventually, things are going to start getting worn on people, and people are going to get tired of seeing it.
Yep.
Keeping in mind, this streak has continued since NXT. People forget, this guy didn't even lose the NXT title. He just left it in the ring and left because they didn't want to beat him.
Yep.
He could have easily dropped the NXT title to Joe Henry and moved on, and nobody would have batted an eye at it. But no, we got to let him just drop the title in the middle of the ring because we can't let him get beat. Eventually, this guy's going to turn into Kane. And I don't mean as being Kane as a great worker. It's going to be he was this giant-ass monster that nobody could beat, finally wins the world title, loses it the very next night to Stone Cold Steve Austin, and then from then on out, there was no more monster part of Kane whatsoever. Anybody could beat him. And that's the problem that they're going to have with Oba, that they're not going to have with Trick, because when Trick showed up, he lost. He lost 3 or 4 or 5 matches when he first showed up on SmackDown. And everybody was like, oh, this is a great way to bring him up. Just have him lose all the time. Now he's the U.S. champ, and he's the hottest guy on SmackDown.
Does it feel like Oba is early Goldberg? Except that
Not-
they've skipped the middle and gone right to the end.
No, because he's not even wrestling. He hasn't fought anybody in 4 weeks.
No, he hasn't.
He's been on. He comes out, does his promo thing, and leaves. That he's basically
Well,
the new version of Brock.
he fought JD McDonough in a squash match.
Okay,
did do
he
that.
beat Lord Farquaad.
I mean,
Uh-huh.
the problem I see too for Oba is where do you go from Brock if it's not the Rumble and then Roman?
well, you got to also remember there's a long gap between SummerSlam and the Rumble.
There is.
So, what are you gonna do with him in the middle for the last half of the year? Have him that he's back in Nigeria visiting family? I mean,
He's probably a War Games participant.
I mean, you could play it that he wins this match but gets injured, just to keep him off TV for a bit.
yeah, but then you're basically booking a Brock Lesnar where he's been off TV for 4 months and he magically comes back, wins the Royal Rumble, and he's destined for the world title.
So do you book him then to lose the Lesnar then?
No, I don't think you can have Brock go over on Oba. That's not building towards the future. I think you can
I
have,
feel like they
think-
painted themselves into a corner.
I kind of feel the same way that he's gonna beat Brock in Hell in a Cell. It's to what extent is he gonna beat him? Is it gonna be a slugfest for 20 minutes and they're both dying in the middle of the ring type finish? Or
If
is
you
it-
remember the last season of Unreal, Penta was the star. I feel like this one it was Trick and Oba. But like you said, Trick has the progression. I don't know what you do with Oba post Brock.
so
I think he has to start fighting the bloodline.
Unreal will probably get a new season, probably closer to Royal Rumble, which would be from SummerSlam or from Mania to SummerSlam or Mania to Survivor Series. I can't remember which one they go to.
I think it's
Because they
the
were kind of
SummerSlam.
all over. They were kind of
They
all
ended
over the
at
place
Mania.
with this. They were kind of all over the place for this season 5 because like they were
Well, yeah,
before
WrestlePalooza.
SummerSlam, then after SummerSlam, and then WrestlePalooza. Then it was back after SummerSlam, and
It's like
And
they
he had
kept with
Survivor
the character
Series.
and let that little story finish before they.
But
jumped.
the end episode 5 end is WrestleMania, the 2 nights.
yeah.
Tell you one thing for somebody that
And I'm
likes,
fine with that. If they want to play this a quarter behind, I'm good with it. Don't ever stop. I love this show.
I tell you, for
Mike?
one person that wanted to keep kayfabe alive, they must have gave Liv Morgan a bunch of money for that.
Why?
Because I know she liked to keep kayfabe,
Uh-huh.
and they must have given her a bunch of money to do this.
Yeah.
Because Dom's never going to do it.
I mean,
I don't know.
again,
I-
Triple H, I think, has a hell of a quote on
Cody-
there.
Cody has an agreement with them that there's certain things that they don't film and certain things that he will film. So I would imagine that they all probably have that. There's a line they don't cross when filming them. I mean, she let them go to her house.
She
I
did.
love how she's like, it's not a farm. These are just pets. It's like, but then look at all these eggs. This just came out of a butthole. That just shows me how smart Liv Morgan is.
She also says she doesn't like eggs right before
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, she did.
Well, that's
Now
why
it's
she
the
said it's
turtles
not
and
a
the
farm.
peacocks.
She's like, I don't like eggs and I don't like chickens. That's why this is more of a petting zoo than a farm.
It's a
Those,
farm.
some
It's a farm.
huge
Come on.
news that I know Ryan is going to be like, I'm kind of jumping the gun here.
Nope, you're good. I know we got other stuff to do.
But huge news out of the Sirius XM satellite radio. Pro Wrestling 24/7 is rebranding channel 156 to WWE Radio. And
Oh man, and I just let my subscription lapse.
and correct me if I'm wrong, Ryan, they're leaving Busted Open alone.
As far as I know, there's conflicting reports out. LaGreca said that everything was staying the same. Busted Open was staying the same.
But
But
Thunder
then there's
Rosa did
also-
leave the channel.
There is conflicting things and confirmations that Thunder Rosa left the channel, and that Busted Open will not do anything AEW related. I don't know.
It's a wait and see, I guess, till Monday or
It
tomorrow.
sounded like the big thing was that they were going to now live broadcast the pay-per-views, PLEs, what the fuck ever.
Are they going to
It'd be
do
a
Raw and
ra-
SmackDowns too?
It'd be a radio
That-
broadcast. It'd be like basically.
That's what I've read up on. It says that some weekly shows possibly will be broadcasted as well.
So are
Maybe
they
they're
gonna,
meaning more of like Saturday night main events.
are they taking the TV version and just putting it through audio? Or are they doing like an actual radio broadcast?
I think it's a radio broadcast because
I-
it's the two
I've
guys
heard
from
it's a-
NXT.
Yeah, I've heard
Oh,
it's the
okay.
NXT guys.
But,
But no Booker T.
okay. So
It'll
who's the
be
commentator for NXT?
Vic Joseph.
Big thank you. Okay.
But I could also see it would be pretty interesting if it was actually the Busted Open crew doing the radio broadcast. Would kind of be fun. I don't know. I feel like they're still gonna touch on AEW stuff. They're just not gonna have AEW wrestlers.
Yeah.
But hey, when you're I put this in a comment on a community thing the other day. When you are, and two of you are gonna laugh, and I'm gonna have to choke this out, but when you're the New York Yankees of pro sports entertainment, you get extra privileges in life. Number one, if I want to have my own radio channel on Sirius XM, and there just happens to be a wrestling channel already on Sirius XM, guess what? It's going to be mine. And that's exactly what they did. They're
So
not
you're in the
letting-
wrong era. This is the Dodgers now. The Yankees aren't that way.
But anyhow,
They don't want to spend money.
this is the
Not like the Dodgers.
is this a power move by the WWE? Of course it is.
Yep.
Is it a great business move from the WWE? Yes, it is. It's plain and simple. They beat Tony Khan to the punch, and they got WWE radio,
Well,
which
AJ
isn't the first time. Which isn't the first time we've had WWE radio. In the early '90s, when Jim Ross made the jump from WCW to WWF, we did have WWF radio, and it did do broadcast of the wrestling shows live. I want to say the King of the Ring in '93. If you actually watch it, Jim Ross and I think Randy Savage and Bobby the Brain Heenan are on broadcast for the King of the Ring, and right next to them is Gorilla Monsoon and Stan Lane doing WWF radio. It wasn't a national broadcast channel or anything. I think it was a circular or one of the regional stations out of Connecticut, and I think it may have played in whatever city they were in for shows. But there was a WWF radio at one point.
And this
So
isn't
the first coming.
It's not the first sports entity that has their own channel. NASCAR does this really well.
Well, all
They-
sport,
they
all
do
the other
their-
sports have their own channel.
Yeah.
Well, right, but
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
do.
like obviously NASCAR does the weekly airings of the races, but then they have great filler shows during the week. I can remember when we just lost Kyle Busch. That day on the radio was one of the best days I can remember. Just everybody calling it. Could you imagine if we'd have had that a year ago with Hogan?
We did.
Did with Busted Open.
But I mean, like
Yeah.
with it, like, hey,
yeah.
go here.
But it sounds like Busted Open's moving over. I know Not Sam is moving over. I do not think the coaches and Russo show is moving over, because who the hell wants to listen to the coach and Vince Russo anyway? And I would probably say, and we are getting the Raw Talk or the Raw Rebound, the podcast that's after Raw with Sam Roberts and the girl that does it with him,
Megan
which
Moran.
me and AJ saw her up close. She's pretty damn good looking.
Well,
Legs.
the coach did also like call in shows post PLEs, because if you turn on Busted Open Radio at that point when it was that they did
Yeah.
like the NASCAR post show basically where
Yeah. Or Busted Open After Dark.
yes.
Yeah. I think you might probably get a couple of I would imagine you'll probably get on Wednesdays, you'll probably get the What Do You Want to Talk About podcast, the Undertaker podcast,
Stephanie McMahon.
the Stephanie McMahon podcast, and you'll probably get Logan Paul's podcast all added to that channel.
Yeah. Well, if they do the actual broadcast of it, since AJ is going to be not with us on Saturday, he'll have to let us know if they're doing the radio version.
I don't know if I'm going to be around a radio.
You have your phone, the Sirius XM app.
Yeah, your phone.
Yeah.
I'm going to listen to it while I'm
AJ.
bowling.
I mean, you just gotta turn on for
If
like
I
a
was,
second.
if I was bowling, it'd be on the screen above it. The hell with all that,
Brother, you put one earbud in and you leave it running. What? As the bowler in the room.
I mean, you just gotta turn it on for like a brief second just to see if they're actually doing like a
Did
radio
you guys
broadcast.
also
and be like,
notice that Sirius XM in your car and on your phone there's a 4-minute gap?
yes.
Yes.
Okay, I was just
Yes.
thought I screwed something up.
But you can also pause your phone. You can't
You can.
pause the car.
No, you can't.
Yes, you
No.
can.
No, you can't.
Yeah, I've done it before.
No, you can't.
Yes, I have.
You can't
I
pause
literally
it
pressed
and
the
go
pause
away from
button.
it. You can't pause it, go away from it, and come back to it, and it stays. It resets itself.
I literally my receiver. I press the pause button every time I get out of the car at work.
You leave. Well, you must leave the car running. You don't shut it
No,
off.
no, I have it. I have it in the cigarette lighter that stays on all the time.
Mm.
You can't rewind on it.
Yeah, it just goes back to the last segment, and then you press it
See,
again. It goes back again.
On the phone, you can rewind no matter to whatever you want.
Oh no, you have to keep pressing rewind to back to segment, back to segment, back to segment.
Yep.
Yeah, and when
Yep.
you mistakenly bump it with your finger and you go back and you're like, son of a bitch.
Yeah, when I hit live, yeah.
Yes, you do. Yep. I've done that
Well,
myself.
either way, put an earbud in and you can listen to it.
Yeah, no, I'm on my work car. I have like the little receiver that I actually throw the magnetic thing onto the top
The
of the car.
antenna.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
because I'd
But
rather
you don't
not.
have it on your phone?
I do, but I'm in a lot of dead spots going up to Massachusetts, and my phone will lose it while the antenna won't.
Good old
Interesting.
Massachusetts. You need to figure that out, people.
I'll
Come
just
on.
dub it. I'll just dub it in Discord because I have it on my computer too. I'll just dub it over and we'll watch the first match off of the radio channel.
All right. So, what next? What do we got next?
Well, what we got next is called House of Dragons.
Whoa, 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 whoa. You skipped a bullet point. I made mention of it kind of to hope to segue to it.
I was trying to forget about it. It was.
I know, but you can't.
Yeah, we kind of went over the Raw stuff, so I mean, this is
Yeah.
the last one we need to go over.
I guess we need to go over that. It was 2 days ago. We had our first year anniversary without Hulk. It didn't hit me. It didn't hit me till 2 o'clock in the morning on the 24th that this was the anniversary of Hulk's death. To make up for it, I ordered
I
4
still have a
figures.
Funko for you. I still have a Funko for you,
Yeah,
by
he's
the
got
way.
your chair.
I finally.
I've got his Hogan Funko.
I finally bought the WCW, the early red and yellow WCW Hogan with the big gold. I bought. I got my Mega Power set, so now I have Macho and Hogan. That's
Dude,
set.
I've been
I bought
thinking about it
that.
all week.
And yeah, my feeds on all of my social medias have been pretty much nothing but Hogan all this week. So I unfortunately saw a lot of things that I didn't. One forgot, two kind of wanted to forget, and then it was like, I didn't need to see that one. It was really weird on Monday when I woke up and it said Hulk Hogan posted on IG. I was like, what?
Huh.
And I clicked on it, and it's whoever's running his IG put up the video, the WWE video. It's still weird.
If you've lived under a rock in the last year and you haven't watched the documentary they put out, I'd recommend it.
Yeah, it's
It
still
was great.
weird. I don't know have any other way to put it. It's still weird.
I mean, I
I felt it.
think we all did. I think in a certain aspect, with everything the four of us, enjoy watching, both Hulk Hogan and the loss of Kyle Busch, it both out of nowhere,
Yeah.
and both still to this day are like that. When are we gonna wake up?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Both
For
of those
me
have been the
personally, I
hardest.
think it was part of what kind of took me away from wrestling this year. It's like I think Ryan mentioned it that early about this time last year, just after the no chance of the song hitting and him coming out for whatever reason. You know, it just it's like the magic got sucked out of the room. And honestly, that stuck with me for a year.
Well, you think about it too. The last time he really appeared on TV, he got booed out of the building. You
But
think
that's
about
just
it.
where they were.
Well, I get that, but still, you know.
If
it
that
doesn't-
show had been in Florida, it would have been a total 180.
But I'm just saying, it leaves you like kind of like a
Yeah,
bad
I
taste in
have
your
a
mouth.
saying about what ifs, you know.
Gives you a bad taste in your mouth.
Well, I mean, if she has it, it will leave a bad taste in your mouth.
Let me tell you, from what I gather, they
no,
sold a lot of
but
beer.
and that company sucks. By the way, that company can go to hell. The man dies, and then you rebrand and take him off your cans. You can kiss my ass. No, it has been a long year with wrestling. I think kind of taking the breaks was a good touch for the summer of everybody being too busy and not focusing on everything was quite nice. Now we're getting into the heavier parts of the year with wrestling. We had the Unreal, which I think I think we might break down those 5 episodes and go through them. And then we have Dark Side of the Ring, which we're not going to get to this tonight, but we are going to get in touch with those. The first 3 episodes was Jeff Jarrett and TNA. If you haven't had a chance to watch all 3 of them together, they are on YouTube
I've
now.
seen the first 2. I gotta watch the third one.
Good, because I didn't know where to watch them, and I wanted to.
They are all together. I think it's all one big show now on the Vice TV app or on YouTube. The second topic, so to speak, of Dark Side of the Ring was a indie match from 2002, 2003. Happened in Philadelphia. It's Samoa Joe versus the Necro Butcher. If you want to watch how a match can go from what sounds like a fantasy booking match to an absolute nightmare, tune in and watch that Dark Side of the Ring. I watched it the other day. If you don't know who Necro Butcher is, if you've ever seen The Wrestler, the scene where Randy is in the locker room and the guy that has the wild hair and the glasses, and he's doing the hardcore matches. And he says, "Hey, are you okay with the staple gun and all this stuff?" That's Necro Butcher. He is a deathmatch wrestler. I give those guys credit for what they put their bodies through, but I just don't find it as wrestling. So I'm not very keen with deathmatch wrestling.
Oh, you don't like the barbed wire trampoline electrified?
That is the dumbest thing, some of the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life. But anyhow, Samoa Joe at that point is young. He is more brutal than, way more stiffer then than he is now.
Isn't that the is that the clip that I saw where he's talking about he only did that match because he's trying to get ass from his wife or something like that?
Yes.
Yeah,
His
I did see
girlfriend,
that.
his girlfriend at the time that's now his wife, he only took the booking because she lived around Philadelphia and he wanted a piece of ass.
Yeah, I saw that. I laughed so hard at that. I was like, that's great.
So it's really good. Tuesday night is going to be the Big Boss Man. How he got his start with Jim Cornette and Mid-South as Big Bubba Rogers, and up to him and Dusty in a cage to him becoming the Big Boss Man, and his unfortunate death in the early 2000s. I can't remember what else is the lineup for Dark Side of the Ring for the rest of the year, but I know there's some good ones coming up. So I think we're going to touch base on some of those so we're not drowning people out with the whole just constant WWE update week and weekly and stuff.
And they did announce War Games, right, for Survivor Series?
Yes, they did unfortunately announce that Survivor Series War Games will be in Houston, which makes it unattainable for me to get to this year. It will be in the juice box, the Houston
Minute
Astros
Maid.
Trash can.
ballpark.
Minute Maid trash can. Yes, sir.
Hey, they'll be banging it.
I mean, between the between the trash can banging to remember it was called Enron Field when it first opened, and we all know what happened with Enron.
Hmm.
So yeah, I'm not gonna make it to Survivor Series, so I'm not gonna check off the 4th on my box. I've already did the Rumble, I've already did Mania, I've already did SummerSlam. The only show I've even already did Money in the Bank with the bald one. We weren't sitting next to each other. He was sitting really low, and I was sitting really high in that shit box in Hartford.
They just redid it. It's actually really nice now.
I mean, you can go to the
doubt
one
it.
in you can go to the one in New Orleans and meet Jose.
It's weird. The place took out like 2,000 seats, so they can put better chairs in.
Well, good, because the chairs I sat in hurt like hell.
Well, those probably
felt
still
like-
suck. I mean,
I
probably
felt
like
like TJ at WrestleMania. I barely fit in the damn things.
Oh, you had to sit kind of sideways.
try.
Yeah,
try
and these
being
were
in the
hard.
middle.
These were hard wood and metal chairs and
We're in the
Hartford.
middle every night.
Yes,
Yes,
he
I
was.
was.
Yes,
No,
he
we
was.
had room at the SmackDown
Uh-uh.
and the Raw.
Yeah, because people weren't around, so we moved seats. But he was still in the middle, even though we moved seats.
It was only good for WrestleMania because I was warm.
I wasn't sitting next to you. That would have been even worse. That'd have looked like two of the Coca-Cola bears sitting there watching wrestling.
By the way, if you've never seen it, you can see us in the background of the Heyman Hall of Fame speech.
Yes, I have.
You'll
the picture
notice
of
when
it
you
on my
see the
phone.
character pictures, you'll be able to go find us.
Just
But-
Mike's
so
not
we're
there.
we're gonna
I'm
have
just not
some
there.
content. We're gonna hit some probably Sunday nights before House of Dragons, which I think we only have 3 more episodes of House of Dragons coming up.
Yeah.
But we're probably aiming for this 7-8 o'clock start. We were just trying to get everything caught up that we've been missing. That's why this episode's long.
We got our post show
So-
next Sunday after night 2.
Yes, we will have post show after night 2.
I've
of
already told
SummerSlam.
Susie that next week House of Dragons a Monday night thing because I don't know how long our post show is going to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well, is the PLE even going to be done before the show airs?
I mean, the shows.
Yeah,
We could watch the show right now, but I have to make a small errand before
I
we
was gonna
watch
say
the
the
show.
the PLE.
Does the child need something, AJ?
Yes,
I was gonna say the PLE
we're
probably
out.
PLE was probably be done by 9:30, 10 o'clock. If you think about it, because it starts at
Is-
6 Eastern.
is it a 6 pre-show or is
No.
it
6
so it's
main
a 4
card.
pre-show?
Yes.
All right. I kind of like this 6 o'clock start time. I don't know about anybody else, but because that
Hey, at
makes
least
it
it doesn't
what,
go to 1 a.m. like another
4
company.
it makes yeah, like their pay-per-view tonight. I bet it'll be on at midnight, and
Alright,
it
everybody.
started at 7.
We're kind of just doing stuff now. I will.
That's the whitest part of your whole arm is your underarm.
I know. I thought Sheamus just showed up. I thought Sheamus showed up. Oh wait, wrong company.
No need, no need for the no Italian hamburger. No.
and then on note, we're out of here.
No.
Get off.
Listen,
us
if
off
you
the
want
air.
white whale,
no,
Good night,
No.
everybody.
no, we don't
TJ,
need. We don't need
You
Peter
haven't
coming
been
after
here
us.
for a while.
Hit it,
Mike's
TJ.
been
Hit the
holding
heat.
up for you.
yeet, yeet, yeet.